date unknown, inside the Tain. I do not understand what has happened. Falling back before two myrmidons in Forest Heart, I was enveloped by a greenish haze which tore me from the earth. Now I find myself here, in a vast underground cavern with many of my comrades. We have been unable to find any way to the surface. Mergen believes us to be trapped inside the Tain, a relic forged by the smiths of Myrtheni during the Wind Age. Soon after its construction, the Tain was taken from Myrtheni by raiding barbarians from the south, and believed to be lost forever. But they say that the darkest artifacts have the ability to bend men to their will, calling soundlessly to the wicked and discontent from thousands of miles away or hundreds of feet beneath the earth or sea, and that in this way they always come to light again, no matter how buried or forgotten. So it was that Soulblighter rediscovered the Tain. The artifact was used only once before it disappeared by Connaught against the terrible race of the Mercridia. Until now, Mergen said, no man except its creators knew where its victims were taken. I'll try to feel privileged while I starve to death. I have nothing more to write.
Is that fetch lightning that I'm hearing? I think it was. That's kind of ominous.
Where's Balin when you need him?
Yeah, indeed, little guy, indeed. We are trapped in the Tain, which from the inside looks like a big cave system. And unless we can find a way out, like the mission bar says, I guess we're just going to starve here and wither away and die. So that's interesting. We do have Constantine with us, carrying over from the previous level, and the idea of naming one of the units after someone from the forums has turned out to be pretty popular, so I've got quite a few requests to fill here. So rather than having you all sit and watch me type, I'm going to go ahead and pause the game. Okay, I'm back, and we have a pretty motley crew serving with us today. As Berserks, we have Morthar, Crunny Socket, Rex Deckard, Sendai, Brass Tassels, and the one devoid of name. As Archer, along with Constantine 11, we have Arajai. Our little pyromaniac is Forever Peace, and Ratty Z is the Journeyman. So, here we all are, trapped in the Tain, looking for a way out. Well, we have something on our map right here at the start. There's this pillar in the corner, which has arcane runes or something inscribed on it. That's got to be important. So let's go over there and have a look.
I'm moving.
The usual method for dealing with mysterious objects that are probably dangerous is to have a Zerk go poke at it. So, Crunny Socket, you're up. Ooh, it's glowing. Hope that's not bad. Oh, wait a minute. We appear to have a pretty serious spider infestation in the Tain. But I think our Zerks are on top of it. Okay. I got nibbled on a little bit, especially Arajai. Let's give him a heal. But as for this pillar, which is what we were coming over here to take a look at before we were so rudely interrupted, it did start glowing when we got close to it, so let's see what happens if we move our guys back farther away again. Okay. It's only active if we have somebody standing by it, which is probably significant. But I can't really think of anything else to do with this pillar right now. Let's just make a mental note of that behavior and keep moving. Maybe head around the outside of the cave wall here. So we have spiders. That was a little startling when they dropped in like that. I'm going to have to keep my units at least within shouting distance of each other. I want my Zerks to be able to help out if the squishy units get some spiders in their hair. I do expect to see some more familiar dark units in this mission. We did hear that fetch lightning off in the distance at the very beginning of the mission. And there's also that Forest Heart cutscene, which showed some dark units getting sucked into the Tane, so they're in here somewhere. And presumably we'll be fighting them sooner or later, it's just a question of when. Well, speak of the devil. We have an ambush here with a fetch in the mix. This is going to be a little ugly. Come on, get him. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Oh, what's going on here? We have some reinforcements that showed up and shot one of our archers in the back, but the effort was appreciated.
On the way.
Alright, we got 3 more Zerks and another archer. So apparently Soulblighter has sucked in some more of the Legion into the Tane. We've got some names for these guys as well. Or at least a couple of them. We have Captain Swing as the archer, and Snurrowadlo as the Zerk. Let's go ahead and join these up with our existing presets. So 9 Zerks, that's a pretty good fighting force.
Let's go. Ready.
I'm actually a little happier about the archer though.
What now?
If we run into some more fetch, we're going to need all the archers we can get. Okay, let's have the archers get out in front. Well, wait a minute, we have another ambush. Good grief. Never a moment's peace.
Get back up. Yeah.
Alright, so like I was saying, I want to get the archers out just a little in front of the Zerks.
Over here. Yes.
So in case another fetch pops in, we can get a good quick shot at it.
Make up your mind. Yeah.
Hey, what have we here? We've got another pillar like that first one that we saw. Let's get set up in a good spot where we can examine that.
Over here.
In the spirit of scientific inquiry, let's go ahead and repeat our experiment. We'll have Crunny Socket be our guinea pig. Okay, so it lights up. I'm assuming this is the same behavior as the other one. Probably charge down again if we move away. Hey, it looks like the spiders in the dark are fighting each other, and they got at least one of the fetch. Way to go, little guys. Well, it seems like there is at least one fetch out there that they did get him. Okay, well done. I'm starting to like those spiders. Now, granted, they try to kill us and they're pretty creepy, but they eat fetch.
I'm moving.
I mean, what more could you want? Looks like we have one lone little spider survivor coming over to cuddle with us. Afraid we're going to have to put him down. Now let's march over there to the spot where they're having that fight. Let's see if there's anybody else for us to clean up.
Let's go.
Now, as we've been trundling around the map here and clearing out some of the fog of war, we've revealed this sort of bubbly lava area in the middle. There's something especially interesting in the very center, for those of us who are trying to get out of the Tane. Looks like there's a road here, or a bridge, that is missing some piece. And the entrance to this spot is actually really close to where we first came into the Tane. So I don't think I'm going to run right over there right away. I'm going to continue my circumnavigation of the outer cave here. But once we finish our circuit and get back close to where we started, we'll definitely have to check that out.
I'm moving.
I'm still hoping to find some more clues about these pillars out here in the cave.
Over here.
So I have a little bit of a decision on which way to go here. I'm just going to head for the higher ground.
Yeah.
Teleport. Ah, good. It's reinforcements. More reinforcements, and particularly more archers. That's very nice. We got 5 archers now.
Yes, sir.
If any more fetch show up, we should really be able to kick their ass.
Over
Yeah, we do have some red dots. I think I'm gonna have a chance to see if I can make good on that little boast.
Move here, move there.
So we have, 2 fetch with some goals. That's gonna be interesting. Hopefully we can get rid of those goals pretty quick. That was a good shot. Just one more fetch to go. Come on, there we go. Nice work. Alright, I think we have some new names for these new acquisitions. We have Justaband as one of the archers, and Wanamingo. And for our new dwarf here, I believe his name is Cathair. Might not know this, that's actually a very proud name with a long tradition among the dwarves. More goals. Goodness. They are in for a rude surprise.
Yes.
Anybody else? Well, we've got yet another pillar over here, so let's move up if the coast is clear and have a look at that.
Move here, move there.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I'm moving.
Let's see if we can kind of guard the paths around this little hump. Oh, wait a minute. Spider ambush.
Get back up.
And more behind us.
I've got him.
Let's give him a good shovel. Okay. Are you finished yet? Can I look at the pillar? All I want to do is look at the pillar. We should probably heal up Arajai.
Over here.
How are dwarfs? Dwarfs are still looking in very good health. And we've already got the pillar glowing, I guess Justaband is close enough to set it off, so that's not entirely unexpected. This pillar appears to act like the previous 2 that we've looked at. If I were a gambling man, I would bet that as we continue our little circumnavigation of the map and get into this unexplored area, that there will be another pillar down in that last bottom right corner. We will see.
Okay.
Let's go. Over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another ambush. Let's get our archers on that fetch. I think the spiders need a little bit of help. And this is how we thank them. Sorry guys, that's just the law of the jungle. I got a little bit of a choice here. I'm gonna continue hugging the outer wall though. That's served us pretty well so far.
Yeah.
And I spy with my little eye another pillar.
I'm moving.
So we're on the right track.
What now?
I'm moving.
Let's get our archers positioned a little better. Let's have Snurwadlow go up and be be our ambassador to the pillar this time.
What?
Well, honestly, that was a little anticlimactic, just the same as all the other pillars. And we've triggered all 4 of them now, although only momentarily. It doesn't seem like anything else has really happened. We do have another dark ambush to deal with, so let's put aside our pillar ponderings for a moment and see if we can get rid of these guys. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's have the dwarf soften those up.
Hey,
And the archer's on the fetch.
Over here!
Okay. So back to the issue of the pillar. We've seen all 4 pillars and explored all the outer cave. I guess the only thing left to do is to head towards this inner area that we noticed earlier. This bridge or road or whatever it is. So let's point ourselves in that direction.
yes, sir.
Over here! I'm moving.
Move here, move there.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
Well, one more visit from our 8-legged friends.
Yes.
Get back up.
That is not too bad of an ambush.
I'm moving.
Kind of half-hearted, really.
Let's go. Yes.
Let's see, who's this? Morthar needs a bit of healing. Oh, come on. You guys. Anybody else? Well, here we are, and it's still looking pretty much like an impassable lava gap. Let's bring one of our Zerks up here, though, and see if he can take a mighty running leap across the lava or something like that.
Right away.
Alright, Thuin Splinter Grip, give it your best shot. Well, apparently not. The ground over here is passable. We've got the yellow circle. That means that it can be walked on, but no route to it right now. Well, the only other puzzle-like objects that we've seen in the map are those pillars, so let's go ahead and run two of our greener Zerks back over to that closest pillar and reactivate it.
I'm moving.
And let's take a look. Yeah, we definitely do have something going on here. There's a little bit of something across that span. But still not passable.
Yeah.
So, alright, I think there's really only one interpretation about what's going on here. We're going to have to activate all four of those pillars in order to be able to cross the bridge. And it's a little unsettling because the pillars don't stay activated unless you have somebody on them. So it looks like we're going to have to leave 4 people behind here in the Tane for the rest of us to escape. So, as a suicide mission, I guess that's a job for the Zerks. That's kind of their forte. Let's go ahead and get rid of our last few healing roots. Ratty Z could use a bit of self-healing. And everybody else is really in good shape. I guess we'll heal these 2 Zerks. Rudner, Filler of Graves, and Thiazi, Widowmaker.
Over here!
Now, the question is what to do about our setup here back at the bridge. I want to have a little bit of melee support. Let's leave our journeyman back here. And Morthar. And I guess we'll leave a couple of Zerks out front, Rudnir and Thuin Splintergap.
Let's go!
So the rest of you guys, how many have we got left? 7. So if I take these on a world tour of the pillars, we can leave 2 Zerks at each pillar and then have 3 to have a look at the last one.
What?
Alright, let's do it.
I'm moving.
Wow, my journeyman is really having a hard time. I think the journeyman bounding box is actually a little bit larger than the other units, which may explain why he seems to tend to have more passability problems. There we go.
Over here! I'm moving. Over here! I've got him!
Little spider ambush. If it's only spiders between us and the pillars, then I think we're going to be okay.
Kill!
That was a good shot from the archers.
I'm moving. Let's go!
Alright, nobody here at this pillar. Let's detach our 2 greenest Zerks. And keep the rest moving. Every time I pass by one of those stalactites, when the camera goes along the ceiling, I think that's a spider falling on me. But not this time, apparently. We seem to have a clear route to this pillar. There are a couple of spiders hanging over here. Let's go ahead and deal with them before we detach our Zerks.
Yeah. Get back up! Let's go!
Alright, back to the pillar we go. And this time let's leave Rex Deckard and Thiazi Widowmaker. They seem to be the healthiest.
Yes. Over here!
Last pillar coming up. Oh, what was that in the lower left-hand corner? We had a
What?
little ambush on our Zerks there, but they seem to handle it okay.
Over here!
Probably can't take too many more of those, though. So let's hurry it up, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't seem to be anybody at this last pillar, so that's good since these Zerks are most damaged. So let's take a look at what happens over here at the center. Yeah, that definitely looks solid now. So we should be able to send some folks across. Oh, we've got a little bit of an ambush as well.
Stand clear.
As long as we don't shoot our Zerks too much, I think we'll be fine, though. Ah, got an ambush here. This is going to be close. Oh,
Casualty.
crap. I probably should have had that Zerk just attack rather than run away. I wonder who that was. Well, my apologies, whoever it was. At least we have a couple of Zerks left to keep this pillar active. So let's start moving these units across. And I guess we'll take one Zerk from each pillar. Maybe the most damaged one. And see if we can get them across as well. Where are you going, Crunny Socket?
Over here.
Yeah, over here. Well, we seem to have found a rather interesting pathfinding loop. Let's place some waypoints. Alright, well I think we've pretty much saved everybody we're going to as soon as Crunny gets across the bridge, so I'm going to go ahead and save the game here.
Yeah.
Snurwadlo, Thyazi Widowmaker, Sendai, and Angvard who feeds the worms, we salute you. Well, we made it out. Lost a Zerk near the end. That was Brass Tassels, I believe. He was wounded in being chased by a spider, and I made the judgment call to try to pull the spider past another one of the Zerks instead of standing and fighting, and that turned out to be a bad choice. The casualty count does not show the other 4 Zerks we left in the Tane, holding the gate open for us. They may be trapped in there forever, I don't know. The individual units that have collected the most kills at this point are our archers. They were veterans coming into this map, and this was a target-rich environment, so they even got to add to their totals a little. But collectively, the Zerks got the most damage and kills, which is pretty much what you would expect. Our dwarves didn't have quite so much to work with. This was a map filled with a lot of bad matchups for dwarves, so I'm pretty much just happy to get them out in one piece. We didn't see Mergen in the map anywhere. The briefing mentioned that Mergen, one of the 9, was inside the Tane, but he never showed up. I don't know if he's squirreled away with another group somewhere in the Tane or what. So let's just go on ahead to the next level and see where we emerge.